Like that's part of behavior analysis. It's the literal definition of what our science is. And if we look at like the philosophical underpinnings of it, like, and how the actual industry operates, there's a huge, massive disconnect. And I think that's why you're seeing this anti-ABA movement. Because like, if you look at like Skinner, when he first came out, he was radical. He wasn't a traditionalist. He called it radical behaviorism for a reason, right? It was meant to look at the root of behavior and like including our own behavior and how we are as practitioners, and like look at empiricism over, I don't know the word, dogma. Like we look at empiricism over dogma. We include biological components, like all this stuff. And Mike talks about this all the time. I think the reason you see the anti-ABA movement is because there's this trap between modern practice versus the science. And
Yeah.
it's this commercialized practice of ABA that's getting the bad rap, where
Mhm.
it's seen as like, it's rigid, it's bound for insurance billing codes, and it's like this boilerplate programming and this rigid high hour model of care. And it's focused on, quote unquote, focused on compliance and like checklist mastery criteria, box checking for authorization renewals. And like, that's not what the science is. Like, the science is about constantly just like testing hypotheses and like adapting based on what the outcomes are. And you're open to analyzing private events and like cultural contingencies and verbal behavior. So like, I just think it's funny when we get criticized, like they're actually practicing behavior analysis by criticizing our own practice. Like it's literally part of our science.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. I think it's important to listen, and I think if we, it's not like an us against them. If we put ourselves into this us against them, like no one's ever going to win in that situation. I think people are passionate because they care, and so can we take our different viewpoints? Can we come together and work together to evolve, as a field, as a service delivery model? I think
Yeah,
we just need to be open to it and to know that we don't have it all figured out, but no one has it. No, it's not like we want medicine to stop. Like, stop your research. You got it. You're good. They're evolving and changing, and so should we.
exactly. Mike, I'd love to know your take on this, Mike, because like where I was getting at with this, and love for you to talk about it, but if we as clinicians like treat ABA like a religion, because that's kind of what this is. It's like,
The cult.
it's a cult. Like we're treating it like it's a cult where this manual, like the Cooper book, is like infallible, right? Like
I
you just
just
get like,
pulled up the definition of a cult. I would loosely agree that you could get within reason, like the people who are diehard ABA, where it's like that's what you need, and like I'm gonna say like the 40-hour defenders.
you're not practicing ABA at that point. You're
Bingo.
not. That's
But
dogmatic
that's the
theology.
thing. That's when you look at it, and as a whole, you see one side of it that you get people like us, where it's like, listen, I'm welcoming all data, research, and conversation because it's for the betterment of the individual in the system. Versus, um, I am a subject matter expert and I know everything. You will listen to me blindly because I said so.
Stupid.
Because research based, right? Like, but that's and Erin, you talked about it before, right? When you didn't sit there and go, I'm right, you're wrong, you don't know anything about ABA because you don't have a degree, right? You could have, and we see when people dig in their heels, it's not a good time, right? But what you did was you opened the door to conversation and that perspective of, am I doing the things ethically, morally correct and according to the science? Okay, can my science be expanded in these areas? And you're questioning not only your science and the science itself, but also how it can be applied in a variety of different domains.